Once upon a time, there was a young beautiful lady named Grace who lived in a peaceful village in Igbo land. Please subscribe to my channel. Grace was kind and gentle. She always greeted her elders with respect. She helped her mother cook, clean, and take care of her younger siblings. Everyone in the village liked Grace because she was good and honest. Grace was also very beautiful. Her skin was smooth and her smile could light up the whole room. Many young men in the village wanted to marry her, but Grace always said, "I will wait until the right time." One day, a man named Victor came to Grace's house. Victor was strong and tall. He had many yams on his farm and plenty of goats and cows. He wore fine clothes and shiny sandals. People said he was rich. He spoke with a deep voice and walked like a king. Victor told Grace's father, "Mr. Paul, that I want to marry your daughter. I will take good care of her." Mr. Paul looked at Victor's gifts. He saw bags of salt, cartons of soap, bottles of palm oil, money, and drinks. He smiled and said, "You are welcome, my son." Grace was inside the house. She listened to the talk. Her heart felt small and heavy. She did not love Victor. She had only seen him a few times in the village square. He never smiled, and his eyes always looked angry. But her father said, "He is rich. He will take care of you. You will not suffer." Grace looked at her mother, and her mother nodded slowly. "Just obey your father," she said. "It will be fine." So, Grace said yes to the marriage, though her heart was not happy. A big wedding was done. There was music, food, and dancing. Many people came to eat and drink. But Grace was not smiling. She wore her white dress, but her heart was not at peace. After the wedding, she moved to Victor's house. At first, everything seemed okay. He gave her new clothes and fine shoes. He told her, "You are my wife now. I will protect you." But soon, Victor began to change. He shouted at Grace when the food was not hot. He told her not to go outside. He said, "You must not talk to other men, even the old ones." He hit her sometimes. He pushed her. He called her bad names. Grace was sad. She cried at night when nobody could see her. She prayed to God, "Please help me. Please change Victor's heart." One day, Grace went to fetch water from the stream. On her way back, she saw a man standing on the path. He was tall, with a clean face and happy eyes. He looked at Grace and smiled. "Grace, is that you?" he asked. Grace looked closer. "Daniel, is it really you?" Daniel was Grace's friend when they were small. They used to run together and pick mangoes. Daniel had gone to the city many years ago to learn carpentry. Now he was back. He had grown tall and strong. He wore a clean shirt and held a small bag in his hand. They stood on the path and talked. They laughed about old times. Daniel told her stories about the city, how there were big cars and tall buildings. Grace laughed for the first time in many days. "I'm happy to see you again," she said. Daniel smiled. "I'm happy too. You've not changed at all." But what Grace did not know was that Victor had followed her. He was hiding behind a tree. He saw them talking and laughing. His face became red with anger. His heart beat fast. "So she has another man," he said. "She wants to disgrace me." That night, Victor did not talk. He sat in silence and ate quickly. Grace asked, "Are you okay?" He looked at her with cold eyes. "You are wicked," he said. "I saw you today." Grace was confused. "Saw me? Where?" "With that man. Daniel." Grace was shocked. He's just my friend. We grew up together. Shut up. Victor shouted. You are lying. Grace tried to explain, but Victor got up and slapped her. She fell to the ground. He walked out of the house and slammed the door. The next day, Victor went into the forest. He looked for a wicked herbalist named Old Man Thunder. People said Old Man Thunder could make evil charms. He lived alone in a small hut with bones and feathers hanging at the door. Victor said, I want you to help me. My wife has disrespected me. She laughed with another man. Give me something to punish her. She must feel pain. She must suffer. Old Man Thunder smiled. You are full of anger, he said. But I will help you. He brought out a black pot. Inside was a red powder. This is called release charm, he said. Put it in her soup. She will not know. But after she eats it, she will become weak. Her body will shake. Her mind will be confused. She will cry every day. Victor gave the man some money and left with the charm. That evening, Victor came home early. He acted like he was happy. Grace, he said, I am sorry for shouting yesterday. Let us eat together. Grace was surprised but happy. She thought maybe he had changed. Victor cooked the soup himself. He added the red powder when Grace was not looking. Eat, my dear, he said with a smile. Grace ate. The soup tasted bitter, but she didn't want to complain. That night, she felt sick. Her stomach hurt. Her legs became weak. Her hands shook. Her heart beat fast. In the morning, she could not stand. Her eyes were turning. She tried to call Victor, but her voice was small. Victor, something is wrong. Victor looked at her and said, You are sick. I will call someone. But he locked the door and went out. Grace stayed on the floor crying. She didn't know what was happening to her. She tried to remember her prayers. Her head was hot. Her mouth was dry. But in the village, something else was happening. The next day, Grace was still lying on the floor, unable to move. Her body was weak, and her mind felt foggy. Every time she tried to stand, her legs wobbled like jelly. Her eyes felt like they were spinning in circles. She wanted to call out for help, but her voice was faint and barely audible. Victor did not return that day. He stayed away, secretly pleased that Grace was suffering. He felt in control. He believed that by using the charm, he had punished his wife for her disobedience. But what he didn't know was that something much bigger was about to happen. In the village, Daniel had heard that Grace was not feeling well. He had heard rumors from the villagers who said she was sick and could not leave her home. He was worried, so he decided to visit her. As Daniel walked toward Grace's house, he thought about the old days when they used to play together by the river. They had always been close friends, but since she had married Victor, they had lost touch. Still, Daniel cared deeply about her, and he couldn't stand the thought of her suffering without help. When he arrived at the house, he noticed something strange. The door was locked, and there was no sound coming from inside. He knocked loudly, but nobody answered. Grace, he called. Are you in there? To continue in part 2. Please subscribe to my channel to complete part 2.